What's up, freaks? Would you rather have massive strength, but you just look like an average human being? Or would you rather have zero strength, but you looked ripped? What I'm basically saying is, would you rather be super strong, lift whatever you want, but you just look like an average human being, what we call meh? Or would you rather have zero strength, but you just looked ripped?
We're going to ask this question to men and women from all walks of life, from bodybuilders, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, black belts, military veterans, firefighters, paramedics, Muay Thai fighters, entrepreneurs, to see which one would they rather, the actual strength, but just look schlubby, or giving up the strength to look ripped, jacked, where they can completely choose exactly how you want every single part of your body to be built. Which one would you rather?
Stay tuned to the end to find out the total scorecard of everyone's answers and to find out our own answers based off of the data of everyone else's answers. To see who would rather have massive strength and look meh, or no strength and looked ripped.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Massive strength, like raw strength, but you just look that regular meh look. The rest of your life, don't forget, you can never change it.
Okay.
Or you just look jacked, but below average strength, like weak.
Oh my God.
We got him stumped on so many of these. Byron is like the perfect example for this.
Yeah, because it's like,
Tough, I know.
well, that and also like father, husband. Like if I'm like mediocre strength and my house is on fire, I'm a f***ing liability. I'm not an asset. So like I immediately go to like, okay, well, if the shit hit the fan and I'm average, like that's bad. But in this case, I look good with my shirt off, but I'm weak. Or I'm...
Your wife's carrying you out of the burning building.
Yeah, I can't have that. Oh God, dude. This might be the only one that I'd go with not being shredded.
That's powerful. So the power of being the protector of the family overpowers the shredded. I love it.
To be.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, have to be.
All right, so you got some of your answers shocked me, but that's it. That was the questions.
Thank you,
Good
Steve.
shit. You're gonna make me carry you like usual. I have to carry you. I have a sore back from carrying you through these episodes all the time. You couldn't just go with it. All right.
Well,
Did you hear what Byron just said? He wants to be able to imagine his wife trying to carry him out. Oof. Byron's a big bro. Imagine his wife, and she's a little woman. Not her having to carry him.
Hopefully she has massive strength.
You know when I did an NBC interview. I went with Midge. You didn't go with me in New York City. And they were talking about manhood and masculinity and why men need to be strong. He's like, well, people would argue these days that men should be more empathetic and feminine and understanding and all these other. I said, yeah, some of those things you should be. But I asked him, when you hear a bump in the night in your house, who's going to go to find out what it is? Are you going to send your wife to go find out what it is? And you're going to hide behind her while she has like the lamp, like they always pick like a lamp or something in the movie. She's got the
a vase.
She's got the vase. It's a vase. A vase?
Vase.
Vase.
F-V, I mean,
F? So you don't even know the letter of it.
V-A-S-E.
So she's there with her vase, and she's ready to look up for the burglar, and he's going to be, I said, are you going to be hiding behind her with like your hand on her shoulder, peeking over, and while she goes and does it? And his answer to that was, he looked at the producer and said, I think we have enough footage here now. That was his answer. He didn't respond to it, because it made too much sense. I was like, that's what I call a Johnny Cochran moment. When you just shut it down, it's checkmate, nothing left to talk about.
I like this one.
Yeah. Would you rather have massive strength, and you're just that same meh, or like no strength, basically no strength and ripped, like completely
Oh, I'd rather have massive strength all day. Massive.
I want to see the guy who answers us and says he'll take the rip with no strength. No one's answered that yet.
Look strong, be strong, right? Don't be the guy that looks a certain way and can't do nothing for yourself or your family.
135 for no strength is a struggle. 135.
If you went 35, you're not.
No, benching 135. That's a no strength.
Okay,
you can't even do that. That's
if
like,
you can't. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger that said if you can't bench press over 200 pounds, you're a woman. Right? I think Arnold Schwarzenegger said that. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I would second that.
Massive strength, and you look just like that schlub, but you're real strong and functional, or you're just jacked, loaded with muscle, but very below average strength.
No strength.
Functional is much more important. I would need to be functional.
Mine looking like a schlub?
Well, no, I would not like that, but the alternative, I'm going to walk around looking good, but a couple girls would kind of frighten me off the block, so I need to work and live and be functional, and I got to have strength. I got to tell you, so to be honest with you, I picked the look, and I heard you interviewing somebody, and it got me thinking because...
That's why we're not supposed to be letting people listen. Like Evelyn's over there eavesdropping on us when he's
well,
next.
I put it in good perspective. I can't even...
Wait.
I can't.
You better not be listening to these questions because you're next.
I won't be able to carry the groceries. Plus, you know, image.
I won't be able to carry the groceries. That's the same thing that I think about.
I know a lot of guys that look good, but they're soft, and so it's just all for show. So I'd rather be functional.
That's been 100%. Okay. Would you rather take massive strength and just look like an average little schlub?
Say meh.
Or below average strength, like pretty freaking weak, but just ripped, jacked bodybuilder? What are you choosing?
I'm picking strength. You know,
So far, that's the only one
Everyone
that's been
agrees.
100% on.
Yeah.
No other one has been 100%.
well, and kind of interviewing people in this environment, like if you went to a mall, you get something different.
We're
right?
going to be going to malls,
You know,
gyms, all that.
Like
yeah.
so, but if you're interviewing people who actually train, we understand that. And here's another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that when you develop the discipline to do the work, almost like your non-negotiable speeches, when you do the discipline to do the work, the harder work, you develop unbelievable mental strength, right? So you get really strong in different ways. So even if your body doesn't look like it, you know, I've worked with, there are a couple of guys that we were training with this weekend, where when we were doing the finger splay drill, they were strong.
Remember that dude? He just looks like, he looks average,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, you
But
couldn't
he had-
bend his freaking
He
arm.
had wicked ligament tendon strength. So there was something that he had been doing, but he didn't look like. And that's almost like in today's world with sudden violence, looking like the gray man, looking like because now I underestimate you. If I was approaching you and I see you, I hate to compliment your dad because it goes right to his head, but you know,
keep going.
you're jacked, you're ripped. So I'm like, if I was going to attack you, it's almost like you betrayed the element of surprise because you look like you train, right? And so versus like blending in where it's the Trojan horse metaphor where someone, you know, looks like they're really not prepared.
Yeah. So you'd be in disguise.
Yeah.
And Tony just said how he wants to just like kind of just blend in, even though he's gonna be super strong. He just wants to kind of like blend in with the crowd.
Well, it's like when I go out, I used to have my backpacks and we call our nerd pouch, which we have our gun in. I used to get like these real cool camo ones, these digital
Actually,
camo.
one time you were in the airport and we were online. You had like that big camo duffel bag, and just 2 people on the line just assumed you were a military veteran just because of that bag.
Exactly. It just makes you stand out. Or if you have a camo, like, what's it called?
Fanny pouch.
Tactical waistband. I don't wear fanny pouch. I wear tactical
pack.
waist packs. Tactical waist pack. But if it's like camo, it kind of like just stands out. It's like, okay, you have a gun. But if it's just like black or navy blue or something, or maybe just gray, dark gray.
Or green is...
Even, green, even like the dark, like OD green, that looks even like it. Even the one I have is a little too green. I would get a black one or a dark gray one, so it just kind of blends in with any of your clothes. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't say, hey, look at me, I have a gun, or whatever else. You do want to blend in. So Tony's always thoughtful. He's like the thoughtful, the wise, older athlete, aging athlete, the wiser aging athlete that he always talks about.
Would you rather have massive strength, but you're that same meh body? Or like practically no strength, but ripped? Like by no strength meaning it's...
You get to look however you want.
Sleeper build all day. I'd rather take the average body and super strength because no one would ever see it coming.
No one yet has taken the other one. Someone's going to take the other one. Someone's going to be like, no, I got to look good.
I want to look great, but like you're just weak.
Your swing of answers is a total different mix, an interesting mix. But
Tarzan talked about Fedor Emelianenko in one of his previous answers, and that's kind of one of the first things that we thought of when we reviewed his answer. How Fedor does not have a very good build, but
very good. He's like doughy. He looks like, if you saw him in general walking down the street, first he always looks like he's like ready to fall asleep. He looks bored. He's chubby-ish, and you don't see any muscle on him at all. And he's literally one of the toughest fighters and best fighters in the history of fighting on this planet. And he just looks like I'm not gonna say a schlub because he will hunt us down and fucking take us out. But he doesn't look like it, and that's exactly what...
He doesn't look like he looks like the part. He doesn't look like
Nate Diaz is just a tall, lanky string beanie. Like he flexes at his weigh-ins and he has like a bird chest, but he's just a savage freaking killer. Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, can still fight and box and all this other stuff, but just doesn't look it. So it's exactly.
And also the same thing with Tyson Fury too. He just.
So it's also kind of the same thing as Tony almost. The sleeper build is the same as the gray man. Tony was saying it more tactically, and Tarzan is saying it more like physically, the way you look, because you just want to look like you're not capable. Think if someone came in and hijacked a plane. Who do you think they're going to go after? The guy that looks like the little scared, tired, skinny schlub, or the guy with like the buzz cut haircut, standing up tall with his Marine sweatshirt? I probably shouldn't wear this on a plane. And his like tactical fanny pouch that has like one of the patch on it that says like "Pum Pum" and a picture of an AR-15, or it says "Come and take it" on the other side. He's got his yellow snake, "Don't tread on me" thing. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna walk right up to that guy and put a bullet in his head before he even has a chance to do anything, most likely, or whatever.
They want to choose the path of least resistance.
Exactly.
As aging Tony says.
And they're gonna try and eliminate any threat immediately before a threat even has a chance to make a move on him. Massive strength, but you just look average, but you have just real raw strength, but you look like a schlub. Or you have zero strength, like just below average. You could do like basic, maybe carry groceries in, but your wife's probably carrying more groceries than you. Yeah. But you're just bodybuilders. You get to pick how your body looks in every part of your body.
I got to be functional. I have to be, I'll take the math body, but I'll just have massive
As hard
strength.
as it is to have the strength.
Yeah, I cannot have someone else carry the weight for me.
Or your wife carrying you out of the fire instead of you carrying her out of the fire.
I'd rather burn.
Would you rather have massive strength, but you have that same mad body? Or you have like no strength, very low strength, but you're ripped? Like by no strength,
You could look however you want. You could build the most ideal superhero body, but just average to below average strength, or just look average and just have continually build strength. Massive strength.
I'm okay with looking average. Continuing to build strength and knowing that I'm still going to project myself the way I'm going to.
What was your hesitation on that? Because everyone you answered pretty quick, and that was surprising. That one's the one that no one has had to think about, and all your other answers were quick, and that one what was there to think about?
Well, I'm thinking about like, okay, we have that rule about like when somebody walks in the room, if they don't look the part, that's one of the first impressions you do, right? So I do value the idea of looking in shape and walking into a room and having that credibility. So looking mid doesn't mean that I'm looking fat or crazy out of shape, but I can show my strength and show up and still perform.
Time to lift the car to save someone's life or carry your whole family out.
So that's where I was just thinking through that. I was like, okay, wait a minute. That first impression people see is like, but if I can't do the work and I look good.
That's crazy how all the other ones are so fast, but just in our head, and then you overpowered it to think about what people think of me just for a split second. But then you said, no, f that. I need to be capable of being a man, not just looking like a man, but actually being a man, because a man is strong, meant to be strong. But that's crazy how that just the first thought about what people are going to think of me makes us hesitate just for a second, because you thought about that one longer than any of the other ones, which is weird, because that's the faster one.
Does that matter in this scenario?
You have massive strength. You just can be as strong as you want, but you just look average, that average person, or you have below average strength, but you're ripped, lean. You sculpt your body however you want, but there's just not much behind it. But you look however you want.
That's fucking.
You could build.
No, the first one.
You could fill in the ass however you want, anything you want. You sure?
I got too much personality.
Sure?
Nope, personality wins every time. I talk way too much.
Strength.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Would you rather have massive strength, unlimited strength potential, but look that same average meh? Or low strength, below strength, kind of weak, but jacked, ripped, and
like very low strength.
Meh. Yeah, I'll pick the first one.
And the strength.
Yeah.
That's to me that's an easy one. But some people
again, it goes back to vanity, man. Like
some people want it. Some people don't want to need to look a certain way.
Right, but that's to me highlights something different.
How many guys show up into the MMA gym that were jacked and ripped, and they're getting rolled
up right away?
They're rolled up by 130 pound little string bean.
Right. So that's why I'll take the gangly guy who's longer and got the reach.
Do you know? I think maybe not. You got to tell me. We've done so many of these episodes already, and Matt Ortiz has been in a lot of the episodes, maybe all of them up to this point. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, a father of 6, owns his own construction company. He's also a licensee of the Squire program, the father-son program. He chose meh for every single one.
Wait, let me check. So the 5'7" and ripped, he chose meh.
He chose 6. Tall,
millionaire,
tall and ripped.
millionaire and meh, he chose meh. And then now this one, he also chose meh.
Massive strength.
Yet again.
This is massive strength?
Yes, massive strength.
And or massive strength and meh. So he's meh. He's like Mr. Meh.
He's Mr. Meh. He's just
Matt
a meh guy.
Ortiz, you are the official Mr. Meh. I think he might be the only one that picked meh across the board for everything so far. Maybe?
I don't think anyone else chose.
I think he just is a...
Kenny also chose meh for everything.
So Kenny also
chose all meh
too. So there's two
Mr. Mehs.
2 Mr. Mehs. Mr. Meh, Kenny and Matt Ortiz. Massive strength, but you just look average. Just look like a pure schlub. Or...
Say meh. Meh.
Meh. It literally says meh on there.
That's awesome.
Or no strength, below average strength, but shredded, ripped, jacked, like everywhere you go is just like Mr. Universe.
Oh, that's easy. I look average as hell and lift a car off somebody.
Hell yeah.
And there we have it. The first question ever, 10-0, a complete shutout.
10-0. 10-0.
10-0, 10-0.
I don't know, a shutout.
You're never happy with whatever I say.
Unanimous decision that people, and they're all meh. Everyone accepted it.
Because I guess strength overpowers looks.
Because you can't just walk around like this big muscle head and you're just absolutely useless. Like that would be a waste of a man and waste of meat. Like who wants to just be incapable and just look like it and can do nothing with it, just full of freaking hot air? What a waste that would be. So the first one, 10-0. But each one of these questions, we started with a lot of people we know, and they're pretty high performers, very successful jiu-jitsu black belts, entrepreneurs, millionaires, famous influencers, and all this other stuff. But we're also going around now asking college students, regular old average gym bros, and we're gonna see what some of the
just the average Joe, just asking the average.
I can't wait to see who's the first person that's gonna pick.
Probably a person who's already weak and is meh will choose no
already
strength
weak and is that they won't care because they're already weak, so they don't care if they just continue being weak. But I figure I'm gonna be a little weakling. I might as well look like I'm not a weakling, so maybe I can intimidate some people because I'm just a little turd. That might be the actual person. But now when we find that person, how are we gonna respond? Like, what is gonna be our follow-up questions to that person?
Kind of like Byron's answer in the deer.
When they answer it, like, how are we gonna not offend this human being when they give us that answer?
I bet you.
Do you think we're ever gonna get one? Maybe we're never gonna get one. Because we're gonna do a second version of each one of these topics, each question
with different people,
with a whole new group of people. We've already started round 2 of a lot of these.
I feel like the person who's going to choose no strength and ripped is also going to be the type of person
do you always wear sunglasses on videos? Is like that the cool thing to do?
No, my glasses just turned into sunglasses. The sun came out.
Oh, they're trying to be like Mr. I was going to go get my shades. Like, we're going to be like cool like that. I don't know if that was it or not. Good?
I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you. And now for our final answers.
Oh, we obviously know what our final answers is. What? You don't know what my final answer is?
What's it going to be?
You're acting like you don't know what it's going to be. You're going to break our table. It's going to fall down the sand dune. We're at the top of a cliff. If we move back like 2 inches, we are going down. Like that would be a video. So obviously, my final pick is massive strength and meh, which I think.
You're a Mr. Meh.
I'm Mr. Meh. I've picked meh for everyone. I didn't even realize that. As we're talking about the Mr. Mehs, I've picked freaking meh for everyone. But at least I'm strong. I'm a millionaire. I'm tall. I'll take that. Shit, I'll take that all day. Every one of those every day.
And now my final answer.
You're going definitely. I'm gonna guess what I think yours is. I think you're gonna be the first one ever. So how are you gonna like? How's that gonna make you feel?
I didn't even say my answer.
Looking all jacked, but you're just useless.
Oh my God!
How are you
massive strength in meh is my final decision.
Oh.
You say lies.
Oh, I will. That's a long drop behind you. All right, so put your comments down below. I want to see. There goes the rifle in the sand. That's great. So put down the comments down below. What is your choice? Massive strength and Matt, or ripped and jacked, but absolutely and utterly useless? Who's going to be the first one to put it down in the comments below that that's your choice? And if you did, hey, there's no judging. Or actually, there's
You will be banned.
There's a lot of judging. We can't be cool. We probably can't be friends. But you'll be jacked. You'll be
This
jacked.
series already has ruined so many friendships. Like, these people were so close together. We did this series. They hate each other.
I had some vegan friends that defriended me because of what we said about vegans.
Did you actually have vegan friends?
And they work for PETA.
What's PETA?
That'll be for another episode.
So drop your comments down below. Hit the subscribe button. Click like. And we'll see you in the next one. You are freaking awesome. No excuses.
No excuses.